In this video we're going to show you how we got to do this beautiful cafe racer out of a K75. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. Thanks. Hi, I'm Gabi. What's up? Hi, I'm Gabi. What's up? I don't know what to say.
So we thought it'd be really cool if Gabby did like a little review video of her bike. Why are you squatting like a frog?
It's like yoga exercise. I think it is. How is it? Like this? I can do it. I can do it.
Nearly. I mean, your foot kind of came off the ground there.
Oh fuck. I mean, if I was a man, I would do this, but I can't.
Don't hump your bike. So we've had this bike for a year now, haven't we?
Yup.
Had it for a year. You guys know this. We've been through ups and downs with this.
But basically, because there was certain things that were quite old and that needed to be changed. It's nothing like the bike has let me down ever.
Yeah, no, the bike's been great. So we've had this bike for a year, and we basically think that we can actually, like, with reason, say what it is we like about it, what doesn't work well with it, what does work well with it. This is obviously your bike. My bike's over there, just doing its thing. The best thing about it is the way it looks.
Yeah, so basically I can say that generally there's no other bike that I like better than this one. For me, a bike that has a massive engine, that has a small back end.
You like a small bottom?
No, I like actually a nice, well, the thing is it has to be nice and like, you know, and then it goes like in a smaller size. With
loads of cafe racers, basically what people do is they make the back look really out of proportion. You do get shitty builds, basically. I
like the fact that it goes back, well, it reminds most of the people that are older in that ride, the real first cafe races, how they were built, how they were so naked, and it's the truth, and they were kind of uncomfortable, but they were really good to do these races.
The original cafe races, they had several requirements. Basically, they had to go over 100 miles per hour, and they had to be completely stripped back. And like most of the cafe races, they only had like 300cc engine, so they needed to cut everything back, all the crap, all the fairings off for them to be able to actually go fast. Yeah. But obviously, this can easily go over 100. So this is a K75S from 1989.
The previous owner changed most of it. Previous owner, what he did is give the look of the cafe racer, removing the fairings, making like the custom sit, removing everything that would kind of like give it away as not a cafe racer. What we've done though is changing all the bits that make the bike work now makes the bike a total reliable bike, let's say like that. Yeah. So apart from being a German reliable bike that has a very nice engine that never lets you down, that works really good, that is torquey, it's just BMW. You can really work around the engine because the engine itself is already a piece of art.
Half of the bike is the engine and shaft drive.
Yeah.
So like there's the engine, and this is all one piece, all the way down to the end of it. It's all one piece. So half the engine is shaft drive, and from the front you can see the way the cylinders are placed. So it's actually the cylinders are horizontal. They're not vertical like on my bike. They are horizontal. So the cylinders they do move sideways.
So basically, this bike was really actually ahead of the time because it had a lot of technology for 89, like 1989, and you already have a gear indicator. It tells you in this little square there, it tells you what gear you're in. Then it also tells you if the lights work for the brake. So basically when you turn on the bike, you need to press on the rear brake.
This is the non-ABS version, but there was an ABS version of this bike too, which is crazy because if you think about it, it's from the 80s. Like my bike doesn't have a gear shift indicator. Mine's a ZX6R. Mine doesn't have a gear shift indicator. 2005, 2006, yeah. And it doesn't have a gear shift indicator, it doesn't have ABS, doesn't have any of that. And all these bikes did, which is insane. Yeah. But what I love about these bikes, what really gives them some characters.
The right indicator button is here, the left one is here, and then you have another button that you have to press up that switches it off. What we've done, the bits that we've done is we've changed the braking reservoir, we've redone the whole throttle cable positioning, cleaning inside.
Here's a crazy tip, right? So some people say you should lube lube the throttle cable, right? Throttle cable in here. Some people say you should lube it. Sorry, and there's a whole assembly in here, a whole mechanism for like turning the throttle, and there's a chain essentially on like a pulley system that then connects to the throttle cable, which then the throttle cable that's pulled, and then the throttle bodies get pulled, basically. This was pretty stuck. The way that we got around it was not lubing it. A lot of people say, oh, you should put grease in it. Fucking
cleaning
bollocks.
Everything.
Clean it out and use
also inside the throttle.
The throttle housing, and then literally just use chain lube. It doesn't corrode anything, it doesn't gunk anything up, it's fucking amazing.
Then what we've done is the rewiring inside for the indicators. Indicators were changed, everything was rewired indicator wise, okay. We've changed the flasher relay. Everything has been changed BMW, but the indicators.
We've also done an oil change as well. And what's really annoying with the oil change, the filter, it's actually submerged. It's a submerged filter. So the actual filter is it's inside the fucking engine. So you have to like get a special tool, with a special cup wrench to get it out. Exactly. And you need to then replace all the seals and rubber gaskets and whatnot. Funnily enough, the engines on these were actually half of a Peugeot, I think it's a Peugeot 106 engine. So they actually like took a car engine, split it in half, and they were like, okay, well there we go, that's a BMW engine.
The BMW K75 Cafe Racer version, very loved, but on sale. So if you want it, buy it.